Hey guys, it's Rush. BattleOfGlory.com lets you earn real-life money with their World of Tanks tournaments. If you'd like the chance to earn prizes upwards of 250 euros by playing World of Tanks, sign up with the referral link down in the description. Alrighty, so for this video we're going to be taking a look at a replay that I played on Steps. This is in my 54 lightweight, and I ended up running out of ammo, so it was actually a pretty close game. So we're on Steps, standard game. What I was trying to do when I played this game is I wanted to get my 5,000 spotting damage mission done. You can see I'm platooned with a lightweight. That's so we can, try to get this damn mission done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rush up. I want to be sort of aggressive to try to spot people. I'm not really good at scouting. I don't think it's useful, but the missions require it. So you can see I'm trying to get that done. And I was going to this rock up here, but for some reason a Batshot decided it was worth his tier 10 tank to push all the way up the middle. Not all the way, but that's like obnoxiously far. So you can see he spots me. I would never really predicted that. I take a hit, and so I'm sort of forced to run away. Now, my platoon mate, he's a way better light tank driver than I am. You can see he's scouting, and this is going to be a lot more beneficial. Clearly, he's know what he's doing, and so I'm resorting to playing this side like a medium tank. So typically what I'll do is I'll just pop up to this ridge, and I'll look for shots on people. And you can see Dunscap was sort of trying to scout, but, this is the position that I'm in right now. So I put a shot into the Indian Panzer. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking at my teammates. So if you pause this replay and you take a look at where people are, I see that Dunscap has fallen back. That's because I think he wants to sort of run away. And I look at where the majority of my team is. You can see we've got an STB-1 sniping behind us, a P Victoria who turns out to be an idiot, and the Yag Tiger who's also sniping. So in my mind, I'm thinking this is really useless. We're not going to win this side because I expect the Batshot and whatnot to come over here. So I fall back a bit, looking for shots on the RU. That one misses, it happens. And so you can see I'm sort of in this position where I'm trying to play to my teammates. Now you can see Dunscap goes back to scout, and he gets YOLO'd by a Batshot, and this is why I hate scouting. It's like, how could Dunscap have predicted that? He just got YOLO'd by a tier 10 autoloader. So you can see he gets YOLO'd, costs him his life here, and that's scouting. That's my experience in scouting. So you can see everyone pokes on him, and now it's me who's the front line. Meanwhile, our P Victoria is turned blue. He's trying to troll the Yag Tiger or whatever, and that guy's just a complete moron anyways. So this situation is interesting because when you're in a light tank, there's a fine balance between being too aggressive and too passive, right? What you can see is I'm really the front lines here. We've still got that STB-1 sniping, the Yag Tiger sniping, and, I'm not criticizing them, but they just are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run away because I just saw that Batshot YOLO a light tank. I don't want it to happen to me, so you can see I'm running away. That's going to sort of give... hopefully it gives me some sort of safety. So what you can see happening here is they've got a good 6-ish tanks that are likely to play. If I were to look at the map right now, I would guess that we'll win the 1-2. And meanwhile, I'm just going to try to hold off this side of the map because I don't want this side to fall and then have them get on our cap and force the 1-2 to split. That would mean we'll lose the 1-2, and that would be the end of the game. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to hold off as long as I can. There's the AMX M4 who's pushing into the STB. What's going to happen here is there's going to be 3 tanks who push up to my right. You can see there's the RU, the Indian Panzer, and there's going to be someone else who's going to come up here. I think it's the 54 lightweight. So basically, I'm just trying to buy time. I want to defend this side for as long as I possibly can. What happens here is the 54 lightweights coming up, the Indian Panzer, and the T69. So there's a lot of tanks coming up here, and my job, or in my opinion, what I need to do is I need to suppress these guys, because what will happen if these guys push up, they will get behind and beside our Yag Tiger, and that'll put a lot of pressure on them. I just want them to be able to kill this AMX M4, and to do that, I'm going to try to hold off 3 tanks so they don't have to turn their guns or whatever. So putting shots into the 54 lightweight, I bounce off him, he bounces off me, and now we're just trying to really be intimidating. But very quickly I learned that a 54 lightweight isn't that scary. So you can see the 69 puts a shot into them, the RU is YOLOing my teammates. I'm just trying to scare these guys away to buy my Yag Tiger and SCB-1 some time. The AMX M449 dies, and you can see this is just me trying to buy my teammates time so they can kill the RU, and then they can deal with these tier 8 tanks. So that's going to happen. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the 1 line. I see that we've only really got a T34 and a T30 over there. There's a Batshot, but that's not going to work. So I don't expect us to win the 1 line, and then suddenly the Indian Panzer rushes me. So what I'm going to do is I don't want this 54 lightweight to be shooting at me. I don't want to go into the open. I want to bring this Indian Panzer towards my teammate. You can see they just killed the RU. So they're going to, the Yag Tiger's foreseeably able to help me out. So I'm drawing him towards my teammate here, and now we can sort of you know, just kill this Indian Panzer who decided it was smart to YOLO us. So we finish him off, turn around. Now we're going to have to deal with the 54 lightweight and the T69. I noticed that the 54 lightweight's running away, so once he runs, like once I don't have shots on him, I'm just going to ignore him. So right here, what's happened is you can see, if you look at the map, we're losing the one line. So we'll just bring your attention to this. We're going to lose this side. This Jagdpanzer 100, he's in a shitty position. He's probably going to die. And then I also noticed that there's the 69 right here. So if that 69 lives, like foreseeably, I see everyone who isn't on this eastern side of the map, I think they're going to die. So what I want to happen is I want that 69 to die so my teammates don't have to worry about turning their tanks to deal with this guy. So I'm going to focus him down just so the Jagdtiger and the STB-1 can focus on defending the base. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to do right here. So I'm going to push into the 69. We end up getting a shot onto him. This is going to happen relatively slowly because I'm not too confident about YOLOing an autoloader for whatever reason. You're going to see I'm going to put a shot into him, and then he starts to get safe in my opinion, so I'm going to go after the UDES to my right. And that's what's going to happen. So we're going to kill the UDES, and then we're going to turn around and try to deal with that T69. You can see we finish him off. I see the 69 has decided to, like, he's doing what I don't want him to do. He's going to be here, so he isn't running back to base. That means he's going to be in a position to shoot at the Jagdtiger and the STB. So we're just going to push straight into this T69 so he doesn't have any chance at, you know, distracting our Jagdtiger and STB-1 from defending the base. So I'm going to use my hit points right here. We're pushing directly into this guy. I end up putting a shot into him right here, I believe. I count that he misses one. I'm going to drop down. That's going to put me in a bit of an awkward position, but the STB-1 follows through with the kill. And now we're in this position where we're down 5 tanks. We're about to lose Artie, and we sort of have to try to win this. So what's going through my mind as I drive is I'm counting all the enemy tanks. I want to go after Artie, because what happens when you're trying to carry, you know, end game games is that Artie will focus you down because you're the only option that they have for a target. So I don't want Artie shooting at myself, the STB-1, or the Jagdtiger, and so I justify, you know, normally I don't go after Artie, but I'm learning that you should, because end game Artie just totally wrecks everything. So I'm pushing into them. I noticed that the UDES isn't spotted, so it's going to be interesting, because if someone hasn't been spotted all game, it means they're camping in their base. So you can see, going for shots on the T92 HMC, we're going to put one into him, and then I noticed the UDES on to my right on the map. I give, you know, my sixth sense goes off, and now we're going to have to try to deal with this full HP UDES. So what's happening as I'm doing this is I'm expecting to get clicked, because Artie loves to focus down the people who are closest to it. Artie hits, well, he doesn't even hit me. He splashes me for 608. That's going to allow me to deal with his UDES. Then we're going to have to go deal with the T92 and try to deal with the rest of the tanks that are alive. So kill the UDES. Now we're going to go after Artie. I noticed that the VK hasn't been lit for a long time, so in my mind I'm sort of thinking he might have gone back to base. And so I'm watching my map as I do this. As I aim in on this T92, I was taking a look at my map just in case I spotted the VK. And so that's just something, you know, you can consider. You always want to look at who is likely to be threatening you. So that's what I was doing here. I end up killing the T92. I get spotted, so I'm going to get safe. And then I notice that they have a full HP Jagdpanzer E100 who's just going to drive into our team. So this guy right here, he has the ability to cross this open field, and that's really, really dangerous for us, because he has so much HP, he can just drive over the ridge and kill the STB-1 or the Jagdtiger, and I don't want that. Those people need to be alive. So I'm going to focus the Jagdpanzer E100 down, obviously I don't want him to kill my teammates. He makes a bit of an error here. He takes the longer route. Like, he's losing all his HP, and that's really, really lucky for us. You can see he almost kills this STB-1 right here, but he is on 500 HP. We're going to pick up the kill on this guy, and from here I'm sort of paying attention to the cap at this point, because we've got 29 seconds to reset, and even though this is a light tank, it's going to be very difficult for me to get back to base in time. So at this point in time, I don't actually expect to be able to reset. I hope the Jagdtiger can do it, but we're going to make it, I think, with like 5 seconds left. So it's the type of reset where if you miss, you'll lose. So they've got 10 seconds left, etc., etc. So what I'm doing here is I hear the VK shot. That means, like, I was going to go in anyways, but it means I'm safe for the time being, so we're going to be able to sort of aim our shot here. We end up putting it into the 704's tracks, and now we're in this crossfire situation where there's a VK to our left and a 704 to our right. So I was really lucky I tracked him there. What I'm going to do while I'm brawling is you're going to notice I'm going to try to keep the rock bot to my left in between myself and the VK. So I'm going to look at him every single time I shoot, because I don't want him to have shots in me. We're just going to try to put shots into that 704. So we're down to 3 shells at this point. We're just trying to deal with this guy. I auto in the 704. And naturally it bounces because gold on the side of a 704 doesn't work. The Jagdtiger gets the kill, and now we're down to 2 shells here. So to a lot of people it would look like an easy win, but in my mind I'm thinking, well, the Jagdtiger's a one-shot, the STB's a one-shot, I'm a one-shot, and I have 2 shells left. Like, it's very possible for us to lose. All it takes is for him to get lucky, like, twice or something, because 900 HP, I don't have the ammo to kill him. So what I'm going to try to do is I want to secure the win. I don't want to give this guy time to carry his team. So I'm going to go wide, and I just want to pressure this guy, get him to move his turret and whatnot. So the Jagdtiger pens him. I'm coming wide. I see the STB1 on the map behind me, and I'm just going to try to get this guy to turn his turret so that my teammates can finish him off. Now, obviously, I've got the fade-ins on the line, so I was watching, like I was paying attention to the Jagdtiger's reload as this happened, and you can see I don't really get a decent shot on him. I take a shot, it bounces. I had to take the shot because I knew the Jagdtiger was going to shoot soon, but he gets the kill. So yeah, let's go take a look at the end plates. Alrighty, so obviously this was a mastery badge, 2,550 experience, 1,700 without a premium account, 74k credits. I lost credits because I ended up having to shoot all my gold shells, but 6k damage. We came top on the team for XP. Obviously this win would have been impossible probably without the T30, the STB, myself, and the Jagdtiger. We ended up having 8-0 damages on this team, so to be honest, it's pretty pretty amazing that we ended up winning, but that's the game. I mean, we ended up shooting 95k on credits because I carried 20 gold shells and I ended up running out of ammo, and that's basically it. So we can go take a look at a map tactic. I don't think it's really necessary, but I'm more than happy to. So alrighty, so what ended up happening on this map is I tried to scout. The bat shot ended up scaring me away. That forced me to play on the like 7-8 line-ish. What you can see happens on this map is typically like I'll find, I think it's here, that's the best place to like snipe from aggressively. You can see my platoon mate was in this ridge and he got YOLO'd by a bat shot. It happens so often, it's so frustrating, but you know, it happens. So he ended up getting YOLO'd by the bat shot, and thank God, because if he had stayed alive, I would never have had such a good game. So thank you, enemy bat shot, for killing my friend. And that was like, we ended up just winning the 9 line. It was really, really important for us to win that side, because if we had lost both sides of the map, we would have been fighting from like here, trying to win. And that's a really, really shitty position to be in. So this game demonstrates how important it is to just win one side. The Jagdtiger and the STB1 were able to do an amazing job defending the base from over here, and you know, that's what happens, right? So when you're playing, you want to take into account who will distract your teammates, because it's really relevant, especially if you don't have enough ammo to carry your entire team. So obviously when my STB and Jagdtiger were playing over here, I saw that T69 was definitely in a position to continue to pester them, so I made it my priority to kill him. Then I went after Artie, and the UDES just appeared, so I had to kill him. And then from that position, I was able to deal with the Jagdtiger and the Jagdpanzer 100 and whatnot. So the entire gist of this game was using the entire map to your advantage. Like, you need to have some sort of, this is what's called map control. It's when your team controls some area that you can work with, and that's really relevant for light tanks. So in this case, when we were at the end game and we only had a Jagdpanzer 100 and an STB1 in this area, and I was here, that meant our team controlled pretty much all of this section of the map, right? So that's really, really important, because you can use all of this section to your advantage. So you can see I was sniping from over here, that got me shots on the Jagdpanzer, and then I was able to rush up the middle road and get resets. And I mean, I think it was a pretty basic game, but it does a really good job of demonstrating how the game works, because the key principle behind this game was like, if you had not won the eastern side, there's no way in hell you would have won this game. So yeah, I mean, I hope this video was helpful. If you want to see more, be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button, and I hope to see you around. Later, guys. Bye-bye.